Good morning. I'm here in my front room in Glenrothes, in my house, and I'm here to talk to you about Unique Dyslexic Eye. First of all, a little bit of background. I am a dyslexic. I'm also a dyslexia and inclusion specialist and have been so for half of my working life, mainly working with young adults and adults at colleges and universities. This year, because of Corona, my work at colleges and universities basically stopped on the 14th of March. And as I am paid by the hour, I'm not being paid, or not working really, basically. I was also this year in the middle of doing a course myself, an HND in broadcasting, which was going very well. I'd started to make radio programs. I've been using the broadcasting facilities at the college. But again, big Corona came along and the college basically closed down. And since then, I've been doing radio stuff from home, podcasting stuff from home. Now, what I want to say is that when this all kicked off, we all ended up in isolation. We all ended up in lockdown, which is the ultimate irony of that is many dyslexics, many people from other neurodiverse communities are often say that they feel isolated from society. So I think if anything is going to come from this, it's an understanding of what it's like to feel isolated by the general population. So I decided to start doing Unique Dyslexic Eye to take up my time, to give me something to do. I could carry on doing my dyslexia work and doing good for the dyslexic and neurodiverse communities. So Unique Dyslexic Eye came from, we're all unique dyslexics, we're all unique individuals. And the eye comes from, we were looking at dyslexia issues, inclusion, segregation in classes, and how schools let us down. So we're going to be looking at that. The other part of the show was I wanted to promote dyslexic musicians and dyslexic poets. And so the show basically comes in two parts. One, I talk about aspects of dyslexia, inclusion. I talk a little bit about my life as a dyslexic. I have interviews with people, students who are at university or were at university going through the same traumas and trials and tribulations that I went through when I went to university. So we've got the music and we've got the kind of academic and the creative together. So if I go back to when I was first started doing this, I've been blogging for some time, and my Unique Dyslexic blog has had over 270,000 views. And one of the things that concerned me about blogging, particularly me blogging, because I write when I'm writing, which was completely different from before I was assessed as dyslexic. What I wanted to do was I wanted to try and make what I'm trying to say more accessible as well. So it's all about providing a forum where creative dyslexics can share what they're doing to the dyslexic and neurodiverse community. And it's a place where we can talk about dyslexia issues, raise awareness of the positives of being dyslexic. We can raise awareness of the differences between what we would call a social model of dyslexia, which talks about dyslexia in terms of discrepancy and difference, rather than a disability model, which talks about disability and discrepancy. Things are missing, we're not correct. So that's really where I came in with Unique Dyslexic Eye. Now, part of the issue for me is that we're doing it really on the cheap. We're doing it on nothing. I have my laptop. I don't really have a microphone. I'm putting my stuff on these podcast sites and these radio broadcasting sites on the cheap, where you don't have to pay for anything. And the problem with that is it makes it very difficult to promote. Makes it very difficult to get it out there. even though we've only been going for 6 weeks, I think we've got over 160, 170 downloads from the broadcast so far. And those are just of the long broadcasts, the half-hour shows and the hour show that I did. I also do some short ones, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So there's the shorts and the longs in the show. So I haven't actually made one this week because I've been trying to promote this Unique Dyslexic Eye Kickstarter. Please remember that. Unique Dyslexic Eye Kickstarter, where we're trying to raise money to keep the channel going, to help pay for things like the software that I'm using to make the radio programs, to help maybe buy a new microphone, to help pay for keeping the station, to help pay for a higher level of membership to these podcast channels, to the broadcasting channels, which would give us greater access to a bigger audience, a wider audience. So it's very important that you try and give, donate, or back, or whatever it is that you want to, however it is you want to call it. It's easy to do. You just go to Unique Dyslexic Eye, you press on the right button, and you can just donate whatever you like. £1, $1, one of anything, you know. My gran used to say, many a mickle makes a muckle, and that basically means many a small thing makes a big thing. So, you know, if I can get £751, I'm quite happy, I'm ecstatic. Now, if you donate £10, I'm quite happy to, part of the reward for that would be a shout out on my show. If you have somebody you'd like to say hi to on my show, I will do that. If you have something that you want to say about what you're doing, I'm quite happy to say that if you donate the £10. There's a bigger one as well. There's a £50 donation you can make. And for that, you'll get a Unique Dyslexic Eye shirt, which I haven't got on me. I've just got my Peace, Love and Grooviness t-shirt, which was my idea. And my good friend Bill Blenman actually designed it. Anyway, so please try and think about donating, contributing to my Kickstarter, Unique Dyslexic Eye Kickstarter. That's all you've got to put in. Okay, so that's enough from me for today. I seem to have got it through it without too many problems.